don't drive a big fast car. You don't
Alf,
like a movie star. And on your funny
You're cutting things a bit fine, Alf.
Why? What's up?
New sergeant. Have you forgotten?
Oh, that.
He'd seen them come and go, hadn't you, Alf?
They come, they go, and in between, they dither.
Yeah, well, this one won't be doing too much dithering.
Why'd you say that?
Well, ex-CID. Bound to be sharper than most.
So how's he wound up here?
True.
Do you think he's been demoted?
Why don't you ask him? No, he's more than likely just opted for the easy life.
Possible, I suppose.
More likely he's resentful at being overlooked mid-career and eager to relieve his bitterness by pulling the legs off probationary constables.
Morning.
Morning, Sergeant.
Morning. I'm Sergeant Merton.
Sergeant?
Morning.
Sergeant.
And you are?
Bradley, Sergeant.
Bellamy.
Ventress.
You joining us, lad?
Sorry, Sergeant. Nicholson, Sergeant.
They said you'd be a mixed bag. Well, I expect we'll get to know each other soon enough. You'll find I don't put formality ahead of doing the job. For the same reason, I'm not especially fond of paperwork. That's why I'll be leaving that to you. My office. Through there?
Yes, Sergeant.
I haven't worn a uniform in 10 years. 10 years, just another person on the street. Forget what it feels like. You're somebody in these uniforms. Remember that.
Definitely demoted.
Oh yeah, you got what it takes for me. Ain't got no money. Oh, come on over with me. I'm coming, baby.
You know, I think it's gone.
What?
But, you know, the dizziness.
What about your back?
Yeah, it seems okay now.
And the pain in your chest?
Yeah, it's all gone.
Out.
Hey?
Get out of the truck!
Yeah, well, I'm all right now.
David, you're going to see the doctor. You've been complaining for weeks now about one thing after another. Something obviously needs sorting out. Now get out! Now what?
Well, she's a... Well, you know.
What?
A woman.
She's a doctor. There's no need to be shy. Whatever you've got, she's seen it all before. Though not necessarily in that arrangement.
Oh, no. No, quick, get out of here.
Now what?
Well, that's that lady, the one that helps the doctor out.
Hello. Are you waiting to go in?
Yes, he is, love.
Surgery should be open now. First come, first served.
Right.
If I listen long enough to you, I'd find
we will be together.
When?
When I've saved the money. I've got to get us somewhere better than this.
I hate it here.
No. You have to be patient. All right?
Still I look to find reason to believe someone like you makes it hard to live without someone like you.
Hey up! That's Paul Rogers. Who's he? Hey, he was done 6 months ago for drunk driving. Banned for a year. Can you see his registration number? No, it's too far away. Oh.
Traffic lights. Never there when you want them. Give me the radio.
Sergeant?
Come in, Bradley.
Ventress and Nicholson have reported sighting a disqualified driver on the road, Paul Rogers. They gave chase but lost him. We've relayed other cars, but Ventress was wondering whether they should follow it up.
Rogers? Any relation to Ken Rogers?
Yes, his son, you know.
Yes, Dad's at CID chasing his own tail for years. His son's a chip off the old block, is he?
Well, it would seem like it.
What was he banned for?
A drink drive offence.
Well, if we can nail him for flouting a sentence, the bench could well send him down. Worth a go. Tell Ventress to pay a visit. Father or son. Be good to rattle their cage.
Sergeant.
Put your shirt back on, David. Come in.
I've got that file for you.
Thanks. Jen, can you ask Mr. Scripps to come in now?
Would you like to go through, Mr. Scripps?
Will he live?
Oh, I think so.
Nothing serious, then?
Depends on what you call serious.
Oh, I thought he was all up here, you know.
No, the problem's a little bit lower down than that.
Oh.
I've taken a blood sample just to be sure, but I don't think there's much wrong with David other than a basic lack of fitness.
Lack of fitness?
Yeah. She thinks I'm fat.
I didn't say that, David. But I think you've been eating the wrong sorts of food and spending too long sitting in your taxi waiting for fares.
Sounds as though Sergeant Merton knows this fella.
More like his father, Ken Rogers.
Why's that?
CID think he's a crook.
Is he?
Well, he used to be, certainly. He started off running gambling dens. Then when they legalised betting shops, he started a chain of those and he sold out to Mr. Big. Made himself a mint.
CID are still after him?
No idea. Last I heard, he'd ploughed all his money into an office supply business. Become one of the great and the good.
Yeah, with a house to match.
It's warm.
I've been tuning it.
You sure you've been here all morning?
I've already said so.
Is there anyone at the house who can verify your story?
No, nobody else is here. Keys, please.
It's in locked.
Keys.
Have you got to check it, Mr. Rogers? What for? We want you to come to the station with us.
Why? I'm telling you, I haven't driven this or any other car since I was banned.
We saw you and you saw us. We don't want to waste any more time.
Training him up, are you?
Not training him exactly.
I was going to say, you left it a bit late.
Just a bit of regular exercise he wants.
Yeah, it's doctor's orders.
Oh, yeah? What about you?
Me?
Will you be breaking sweat?
Good heavens, no. I'm here in a supervisory capacity. It doesn't do to rattle the plumbing at my age.
No. Well, you pay to, Bob, and the choice is yours. Bars, weights, medicine balls. You could do worse than the poor young Jeremy's routine.
Now there's something to aim for, David.
What?
Muscles like that. You get stuck in for a couple of weeks and you'll have a body like a sock full of conkers in no time.
Hello. Can I help you?
My son has been brought in. Paul Rogers.
Yes, sir.
Does he have a brief?
I don't think so.
Was he offered one?
Not sure.
Go and get me someone who knows something.
I'll speak with the sergeant.
Right, David. 10 sit-ups starting now.
You bring on that feeling. You bring on that pain.
Starting now.
You make me when you make my
Try, David.
I am trying.
Well, try harder. I mean, look at him. And he's going uphill.
Are you seriously going on with this?
We're very serious.
You're not a scrap of evidence.
We've enough circumstantial evidence to back up our eyewitness report.
A split-second sighting.
Constable Ventress got a good look, Mr. Rogers.
From a car. Going in the opposite direction.
I think a court will prefer an officer's word to that of your son.
Phone, Sergeant.
Can he go to the toilet?
Or does he have to be cuffed first?
Show Mr. Rogers where to go, Nicholson.
Long time no see, Alf. Still doing the horses? No, I stopped that. That must have broken a few bookies' hearts. It's a mug's game. Yeah. Still, they were good times, eh? I've done okay, but I still miss the buzz. Don't you? All those old friends. I never forget old friends. I was a friend to you, remember? It was 20 years ago, Ken, and I was never a friend. Yeah, well, perhaps it was more of a business arrangement. But the point was, I could rely on you. I valued that. I still do. Forget it. I can see how difficult this might be for you. You coming up so close to your pension. Forget it. Not possible, Alf. I can't unsee him, can I? I saw him. Yeah. Of course you did. And if it wasn't for his mother, I might let him swing for it. But I can't. Sorry, Alf. You're going to have to help me again. I'm only saying he has a point.
But you were certain Paul Rogers was the driver.
Well, at the time, yes. But it was very split-second. And thinking about it now, I can't help having doubts.
You've now had a good look at Rogers' son?
Yes, Sergeant.
So if you can corroborate Ventress' sighting, that would seal the matter, wouldn't it?
Yes, but I can't.
Are you absolutely sure of that?
Yes.
Wrong answer, Nicholson.
But I didn't see him, Sergeant.
Then find someone who did.
What did you do?
I wiped your nose as usual.
You didn't have to come.
Left to me, I wouldn't have. Where are you going?
I'll make my own way back.
Get in there! Paul!
In your own time, David. Are you ready?
What, again?
What do you mean again?
I've just done them.
How many?
Oh, well, I lost count. Well, weren't you watching?
Do you want to use this?
Oh, no, thanks. I think there's a bit too much fight in that bag for my lad.
Oh, pity. I thought we might be looking for a sparring partner.
Oh, that's very thoughtful, isn't it, David?
Well, can we go home now, please?
Hold on a minute. Do you know, I couldn't help noticing your snappy footwork.
Thanks.
I used to do the boxing myself, you know.
Oh, I thought so.
Oh, why? What made you think that?
The face, really?
Vernon Scripps.
Jeremy.
Jeremy? Who's looking after you?
Me mum.
No, I mean, who's looking after your career?
I haven't got one yet. I'm still at technical college.
No, I mean your boxing career.
I've never really given it much thought. I just like to keep fit. I've only had a couple of bouts.
I think you're wasting your talents, lad. From what I've seen, I think you could be a real contender.
Paul? We've been waiting.
I'm going to my room.
No, you're not. You've got some explaining to do.
I've nothing to say.
Paul, your father's very angry.
What's new?
Tell him to get in here!
I'm going up.
No, Paul, please.
But are you flouncing off again? Like a big girl?
Why did you go out in the car, Paul?
I didn't, OK?
You're a liar. And a bad one at that. You are back at work tomorrow.
I'm on holiday.
From what? You do nothing whether you're there or not. I want to keep my eye on you.
Well, that's not fair, Ken. He's entitled to some time off.
He lost his right to time off when he brought the police to the door.
You were told, Paul.
Now, watch for anything, you know that. If I find you've been visiting that girl, you'll regret it.
I'll talk to him about your time off.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Gina.
Where's your little friend, then?
I sent him off sleuthing.
Oh, on his own in the dark, while you're in here supping.
He deserves it.
Ah, speak of the devil.
All right, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
What are you having?
Bitter. Right, please, Gina.
No joy?
Nope.
Oh, do you have a problem?
Well, we're trying to find somebody who saw Ken Rogers' son driving while disqualified.
Ah, yes, Paul Rogers.
You know him?
I know of him. Ken Rogers came to see me not long ago. He wanted me to dig up some dirt on this girl who'd got involved with his son.
Why did he do that?
I've no idea. Anyway, I turned the job down.
Tom.
Why?
I didn't fancy it, that's why. Call it scruples. Another PI wasn't as fussy.
Name off?
Harry Trafford.
Backwards for a bit.
How far to go?
I've only 4 miles, then we get serious.
I'm supposed to be at the tech by 10.
Don't worry, I'll send them a note.
My mum always writes me notes. They know it wasn't real.
Jeremy, save your breath. Now turn round forward and sprint. Quiet.
Right. You ready, then?
Where do you think you're going?
With Mike?
Think again. This is my shout.
I got the impression you've been stood down from this job.
Well, you learn something new every day, don't you?
What's all that about?
Early days, Mike. But judging for what I've seen of Merton, I'd say I'm better off out of the station than in it.
Well, you've spoken to your snitch at division?
Not yet, no. But there must be a good reason for his fetching up here.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 for Jeremy, and 1 for David.
Is that it?
Yeah, what the doctor said.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've been out working all morning. What? Oh, you've just been...
Been doing what?
Well, playing around.
Playing around? If you think that, maybe you'd care to join us tomorrow morning.
Oh, no, I was just... So I said it's not fair, that's all.
You can have some of mine, Mr. Scripps.
Not on your life. I've got to put a tiger in your tank, young man. I've spoken to a local promoter who's going to include you on his next boxing bill. So tomorrow, David, you can go to the butcher's and get 2 big steaks.
Oh, right then.
And just so you know you're not forgotten, you can pick up a couple of sausages for yourself at the same time.
Yeah, I know Ken Rogers. Why?
Well, we hear you did a job for him. Oh, I'd like some information, please.
What am I, librarian?
Don't be like that, Harry.
I'm a private investigator, Alf. I don't give information because I'm private.
This is a police investigation, Mr. Trafford.
We suggest that you cooperate with us as fully as you can.
What do you want?
Well, we understand that Ken Rogers hired you to investigate a girlfriend of his son.
Yeah.
Why?
He thought she were trying to get her claws into his lad.
What, a bit of a gold digger?
Something like that. He wanted me to find out how many other lads she'd been seeing. Anything to paint her as black as possible.
Well, hadn't the lad enough sense himself?
Rogers was determined to break it up. She was a good-looking lass, but on the wrong side of the tracks as far as Rogers and his missus were concerned.
So what happened?
Not so far as I know. I did the job. Given that there was, which wasn't much, that was it.
So could Paul Rogers still be seeing the girl?
I don't know, and I don't care. But I'll tell you this, if he is, he won't be getting no pocket money from Dad.
You make my heart so happy. You make my heart so gay. There's nothing like this, baby. Her in the basis of her sway. Oh, what a feeling, baby, baby. Oh, what a feeling, baby, baby. Oh, what a feeling, baby, baby. The room starts moving around me. I just can't take too much. It's crazy when you're around me. You better keep back and baby, please don't touch. My knees just turn to jelly. How my limbs get weak. And all that.
While I'm in town, I'll let you see that boxing promoter. Make sure you're on his next bill. Nervous?
Aye, a bit.
Natural. You'll be ready on the night, though, trust me.
Possibly.
Possibly. Maybe. Not a negative sort of chap, are you, Jeremy?
I don't think so.
When you step in that ring, you've got to hit them with a surge of positive energy. And while we're at it, your name. How about Jez?
Jez?
Jez Purvis. Now, that sounds like a man to be reckoned with.
I don't know. I'll ask me mum.
Oh, and you dream that feeling. You do it all the time. Oh, you do it.
This can't be right. It's a wild goose chase, mark my words.
What is it, Alf?
Nothing.
Hello. Sandra Tatler.
Yeah?
We'd like to ask you a couple of questions, please.
Why do you want to know about Paul Rogers?
Oh, it's a routine inquiry. How well do you know him?
He used to be a boyfriend.
Used to be.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw him?
I can't remember.
Are we talking days or months?
Months.
You live out here on your own, do you?
Yeah.
Just get lonely.
Well, the baby keeps me busy.
Of course.
Is Paul in some sort of trouble?
We don't know. Only he did mention driving out here to see you.
He said he drove out here.
Yesterday.
I don't believe you.
Why not?
I just don't. Why would you say that?
Well, you tell me. As an alibi, perhaps?
Alibi?
So I'll ask you again. When did you last see Paul? Well?
See to the baby, love.
Thanks, Alf.
Let's go.
She was just about to tell me.
Because she was scared stiff.
It was the only way, Alf. So you think Rogers was the father of the baby, then?
I'm surprised you didn't ask her.
He was here, Alf.
So what?
So what?
You've got your troubles. I've got mine.
D.I. Shiner. See you, Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Hello, sir.
Sorry to drop on you without warning.
No, that's fine. Take a seat.
I was surprised when I heard you'd landed here.
Well, not a career move of my choosing, shall we say?
Well, I hope you don't find being back in uniform too wearing.
Thanks for that, sir, but I'm sure that's not why you're here.
No. No, I had word that a couple of your officers had been to the home of a man who's already the target of a CID surveillance operation.
Oh?
We're worried they might unwittingly scare him off.
Is this Ken Rogers we're talking about?
Yes. So what's your interest in him?
Not in him, his son. He was seen driving while disqualified.
Well, I'd be obliged if you keep your men away and leave us to deal with the bigger fish.
I thought Ken Rogers was now a respectable member of the county set.
A leopard and his spots, Sergeant. We believe he's up to something, and in a big way. Importing drugs from Holland.
I see.
So we'd like you to leave the field clear for us. If any of my men see the son driving, they'll take a note, and then you can collar him once we've got our man.
Right.
Thank you, Sergeant. I'll be back with you.
Fine.
If our operation goes according to plan, we may need to call on one or two of your men for backup.
Always ready to assist, sir.
Men?
Sir. Any progress, you two?
Yes, Sergeant. We think we know who Paul Rogers went to see on the coast.
Do we?
I'd say so.
Ventress?
I think it's more of a guess at this stage, Sergeant.
An informed hunch, Sergeant.
Then play it.
You want us to keep trying?
Naturally.
Can you spare a moment, Oscar? I'd like to have a word in private.
Why, what's wrong?
I'm in a bit of a spot.
Right, well, you go through to the snug and we'll have a beer.
There you go.
Thanks, Gina. Oh, I didn't order chips.
You didn't?
No.
But you always have chips, David.
Yeah, no, it's just that, well, I've got to mind me figure.
You figure? Is this you filling his head with rubbish? He says he's cutting out chips.
And cakes.
Doctor's orders, love. Seems a shame to waste them. I'm a bit peckish myself.
I'm skint. If I hadn't agreed to do it, I'd have been bankrupt and forced to resign.
Well, go on.
Well, you know what gambling dens were like. They were always feuding over territory.
So you cracked down on Roger's rivals and gave them a free ride?
As far as I could.
And he showed his appreciation by cancelling your gambling debt?
Well, at the time, I thought it was my only choice.
And now?
Much the same.
Now, you can't repeat the mistake, Alf. If Rogers decides to go public and dig up the past, you've got to deal with it. I can't see him doing it, though.
And what if he does?
Well, headquarters will take a pretty dim view of the fact that you helped him build his little empire. On the other hand, what proof has Rogers got after all these years?
Who knows?
I can't fault his work rate. The lad's giving 100%. It's just that there's something missing.
Oh, well, I mean, he won his first two fights.
Yes, but on points. I checked with the bloke at the gym. He said the last contest was like two women dancing round their handbags. Have you ever seen him riled?
No.
No, me neither. I reckon the nastiest thing Jeremy's ever done is throw his teddy on the floor. What I've got to do is find out what makes him mad.
Oh, his mother.
What?
Well, not mad, perhaps, but he went a bit funny when I was moaning on about mothers. You know, mothers.
Tomorrow's calling with promises new. I hear the echo of yesterday's blue. Silver petals
Hello? Hello? Is that you, Sandra? Have you been calling and hanging up? Sandra? Paul isn't here, and even if he was, he wouldn't speak to you, so stop this nonsense now. And if you want to keep a roof over your head, just leave my son alone.
And I wonder when all is said and done, what will the future be? All I know is that you are the one, if you will follow me.
You went there. She told me.
What?
I paid her a visit.
What for?
I own that caravan, remember?
If you've scared her...
What? You what?
What did you say?
The same as I'm telling you. Any more contact and she's out of there. If you want to keep a roof over their heads, forget her.
He's right, you know. This girl will ruin your life.
It's my baby.
You know it could be anybody's. The private investigator told us. She trapped you, Paul. See her for what she is and get on with your life.
Do you know anything about him?
Lewis, a Morris journeyman with a suspect chin. Should be no problem to a lad of your calibre.
Do I get a free ticket? Only my mum said she might come along.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
Well, you know what mums are like. They do take on, don't they? One little scratch, you'll be running in with a plaster. You leave your mum to iron your trunks.
Right.
And tell her not to put that crease down the front.
SLB2 on his way.
See or even feel the ground, pot of gold. I was sold by the way you let it fly. Rainbow, look me up, look me down. Rainbow, you'll find that around.
Hello?
Paul Rogers speaking.
Can you talk?
Yeah, they're out.
Oh, thank goodness for that. I've rang a number of times.
Is the baby okay?
Yeah. Yeah, she's fine. But the police called.
What for?
They wanted to know if you'd visited me.
What did you tell them?
Nothing. But they said a visit to me was your alibi.
Alibi for what?
They didn't say.
They tried to trick you. They saw me driving back, but they need another witness. You did right.
Thank goodness. I've been so worried.
Hey, what is it?
Your father came.
I know.
He said if I tried to see you again, he'd throw me out. He wouldn't. He means it, Paul. He went mad. Really crazy.
He didn't hurt you, did he? Sandra? He didn't hurt you? Sandra? I'm coming over.
No.
I'm coming now.
Paul.
Let's get after them.
Paul Rogers has been seen driving from the house.
Well, odds on he's going to see the girl.
Why don't you check?
It's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. The day you came my way, I knew I would stay close by your side to keep you satisfied. It's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. When you look at me, in your eyes I can see love like grows each day. That's why I've gotta say it's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. Never thought I'd find a girl like you. Now I have, I know I'll never be blue. It's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. Every time we meet, my heart skips a beat. And now you're here to stay. You'll always hear me say it's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright, alright, alright.
Mr. Rogers. Yes? We understand you're the owner of this van. What of it? What's in it?
Office stationery and supplies. Why?
Let's get this down to Ashfordly Station and turn it over.
It's okay. Come on. I'm here now.
You've got to get us away from here.
Yeah, I know.
Soon.
Yeah,
Promise me, Paul.
I promise. What's the matter?
Nothing.
How did you get these?
I fell. It's nothing.
Did he do this? Sandra, tell me.
It doesn't matter, Paul.
I'll kill him.
No. Yes?
This car out here.
What car?
Of Paul Rogers.
I don't know what you're on about.
The car didn't drive itself.
All right, Sandra. There's no point.
I shouldn't have even called you.
I'd have come anyway.
What are you going to do to him?
Not us, love. The courts.
Don't worry.
Could they send him to prison? Could they?
It is possible, yes.
It'll be all right.
Are you going to tell me what they're looking for?
Raoul van Nissen. You know him?
I don't think so. Why?
We think you do.
Call my secretary. Perhaps I've got him on file.
Our colleagues in Amsterdam know him as a trafficker of cannabis and LSD.
That's not my business, Inspector. Office supplies. I thought you knew that. If you were going to keep me here any longer, I shall want to see my solicitor.
You'll see a solicitor when I say so.
And when I do, I shall be asking him about payment for damaged stock.
I'm sorry, the interview room's taken.
I heard.
I'll leave the door open.
What are they interviewing my father about?
I don't know. You can use this one. You like a mug of tea?
Is it about importing drugs?
I've just said, I don't know.
I could help.
Help?
Yeah.
You're in enough trouble. If I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut.
I want to do a deal.
We don't do deals.
My father's been doing them with your lot all his life.
Drink it in, son. The sweet elixir of opportunity. Today, Ashfordly Town Hall. Tomorrow, Madison Square Gardens. Oh, David, will you go to the truck and get Jeremy's kit? There's a good lad.
So you were certain you saw Paul Rogers driving the car?
Yes.
And you changed your statement because Rogers leaned on you?
Yes.
So why risk telling the truth now?
The boy wants to do a deal.
What sort of deal?
We let him off in return for information that'll convict his father.
I see. Awkward. You're thinking if Rogers goes down, he'll take you with him.
Something like that.
Any more skeletons rattling in your cupboard, Ventress?
I don't think so, Sergeant.
Ah. This information, is it good?
I'd say so, yes. He claims to know his father's drug contacts in Holland.
Names? Dates?
He's been eavesdropping on phone conversations.
And he's prepared to grass on his father?
Well, there's serious domestic strife involved.
Where have you left it?
Well, I said I didn't do deals off my own bat.
I wouldn't be unhappy to waive his minor infringement in return for his father's conviction. And since CID's operation seems to have turned out a dud, sure they'll be grateful for our assistance.
Sarge?
Yes?
What about me?
You've done the right thing, Ventress. I can't promise anything, but whatever Rogers throws at you, I'm sure we'll find a way of handling it.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Where is he?
Oh, he's in the toilet.
Again?
Yeah, well, I think he's feeling a little bit, nervous.
Oh, he's here now. I think it's time to rattle his cage. Everything all right, Jess?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Scripps.
Bit awkward in there with the gloves on, eh? I've been checking out the ring, talking to the punters. It seems your opponent fancies his chances.
Oh.
Been shouting his mouth off to anyone who'd listen about you.
I don't know him.
Well, he reckons he knows you and your mother.
What about my mother?
Well, I bet you don't know, son.
What's he said about my mother?
Well, just that, well, it's her that's made you into a big girl's blouse, that's all.
That's all?
Well, no, he did go on to say that she's a petty tyrant and kept you to herself and turned you into a right mummy's boy.
I'm not listening.
Well, perhaps you should.
No, you're a liar.
He said she scares off all your girlfriends.
Stop it.
Scares them silly so she can keep you as her little boy.
Shut up. Shut up.
Now you've got a big pair of fists. Stand up straight, get stuck in and use them.
The drugs are in the van.
The van's been turned upside down. It's clean.
They don't know what they're looking for.
Go on.
They probably expected to find tablets or sugar cubes. But the Dutch have a new way of getting LSD to the market. On paper. Blotting paper.
You sure you know what you're doing?
He doesn't have to know.
Well, he'll work it out, then how's he going to feel?
Proud, probably. It's just the sort of deal he'd have done himself.
Sooner you than me.
It won't matter. Sandra, me and the baby were leaving. We'll take our chances well away from here.
I hope you're here to tell me I can go. Either that or you phone my solicitor.
Neither. But we will call your solicitor.
Good.
Sit down, Mr. Rogers. What's this?
Blotting paper.
And look harder, and you'll see 20 greyish spots about 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Each a single dose of LSD.
Rubbish!
Yes, but very profitable rubbish. Enough in the van to make you a very wealthy man.
You're going down for a long stretch, Ken.
But the good news is, we're not charging your son. Thought you'd be pleased.
Oh, Mr. Vernon.
Where am I?
You're in hospital.
What hit me?
Jeremy.
In there.
And when I saw what he'd done, well, I just couldn't help myself.
What are you talking about? What have you done?
I hit him.
You hit him?
Yeah, I must have just gone a bit mad, I suppose.
You're not kidding. What happened?
Well, nothing much after that.
How do you mean?
You could ask him yourself. When he wakes up.